Such a huge percentage of our lives is digital. We have evolved to rely on this digital world, not only for knowledge by way of Googling, but we now shop, plan events, announce news, and network all through social media. Why not find our soulmate? The dating world is evolving fast. Looking for love in the classified section is quickly becoming a distant memory to be replaced by the apps and websites where people can fast-track love and find exactly what they're looking for. Is it really such a big leap from other relationships? How much of our relationships are digital anyway? We Skype, we text, we share photos, we even announce our relationships on Facebook. After all, it's not real unless it's on Facebook. Without the stigma of desperation attached to online dating, people become more accepting and honest. Has finding love online become respectable, even preferred? When asked on a public forum, university students are certainly interested in giving their view or debating the issue of respectability in the online dating world. With a few openly discussing their success and their preferred apps, it seems that those that are brave enough to come forward believe that it is respectable, but more about knowing what you're looking for. There are, of course, varying opinions, with those that believe apps like Tinder should be reserved for looking and laughing rather than interacting. It is interesting to note the number that are still silent on the matter. Out of a possible 12 who saw the post within a secluded group, only 4 are willing to share their opinions openly.
I've used both OkCupid and Tinder. I think my experiences differ with both of them. The people who talked to me on Tinder tended to be more forward. They tended to be more in it for the jokes and for hookups rather than actually for meeting people. I never have actually met anyone off Tinder, but I've talked to people. In contrast, my experiences with OkCupid, where most people that I met were interested in meeting people and going on dates and actually forming relationships. However, I ended up deleting it because I felt I got a lot of messages, and I met 3 people off OkCupid and I didn't really click particularly with any of them, despite the fact that we worked well while just talking online. So I think they can be really useful for meeting people, and I think they are quite legitimate ways of meeting people, but in the end you still have to click with the people when you meet them. And that if I had persisted, maybe I would have, but then I decided that it wasn't for me. So that's my experience with online dating.
Damasi goes on to note that stigma and shame are no longer associated with people who seek to connect through personal advertisements. This is because the more time we spend on the digital media, the more open we are to finding our partners online. The dating world is evolving not only to be part of the digital world, but to be a way to fast-track dating. We can find specifically what we're looking for and eliminate those that don't want what we want. Specifically, Tinder focuses on the niche of casual relationships, while a site like eHarmony or Oasis Active advertises to people who are really looking for a relationship.
I think it's a really convenient way of meeting people, particularly when you've got a really busy life and you tend to see the same people all the time amongst your friends, even when you go out, and it just sort of offers a different avenue, I guess, of meeting people. When I first met James, I met him on my first day on Tinder, actually. We just started talking and had a lot in common and arranged to meet. And it was a really great experience. And I met quite a few people, actually, through Tinder in that first week, a lot of interesting people. I think you just have to really know what you're looking for, but more so what you're not looking for. Since I've said to people, when people ask how I met James and I've said Tinder, I've actually met a lot of people who've said, yeah, actually I met my partner on Tinder, or, oh yeah, I had a good Tinder experience. So I think it's kind of interesting. I think it is a lot more acceptable now than it was before, because it is so widely spread. It's kind of like the Facebook of dating.
Approximately 35% of all marriages since 2005 were between individuals who met online. Digital media is evolving, and so is the dating world.